Hey everyone, this is Pharaoh Silver, the Pharaoh of Beer Money Finance, and y'all have pulled my arm enough. I am doing a mid-month review, well, mid-month progress report, I should say, of the monthly challenge. I know I was going to do a couple videos on Patreon, but as I had mentioned, life got in the way a little bit too much, and I guess AJ has also been a little bit busy as well. I had been meaning to do a Beer Money Raw sometime at the middle of the month as well, so to my Patreon insiders, I apologize. Hopefully, I will have more videos out in the near future. Now, with that being said, I thought I would just impromptu, because I wasn't quite ready for Saturday's video as much as I had hoped for. I would go ahead and do a progress report on the monthly challenge. So that's where we're going to be at here, and then I will do one for the final week on the Patreon for Beer Money Insiders. So if you want to check that out, Beer Money Insiders, go check it out at patreon.com/Beer Money Network, and you can check it out there alongside Beer Money Raw, hopefully at the end of the month. So where we're at here, a couple changes I did make regarding the monthly challenge. So the first one is, I did go ahead and I added the price of the phone swing, which was $14.99 plus tax, which turned out to be $16.04. Now, the reason why I did this is because some of y'all might not have a phone swing, so if this is the first time that you're doing the challenge, I thought to myself, okay, I'll handicap myself a little bit with Cash Walk, and I will just like subtract the $16, plus the $16 is to pay for both Cash Walk, Walk Task, and WeWard, so 3 walking apps at once. So the total costs for the month of May is going to come out to $84.54. Now, going through from left to right, I'm going to start with Benjamin. So with Benjamin here, we currently are sitting at about $10.20. I haven't really done too much in the way of money making with Benjamin in this month. A lot of this is cashback. I did go a little hard in the first week regarding the ads, but again, I got really busy, couldn't really do too much with ads there, and honestly, the ads on Benjamin are lower priority than that of the next two, which is Bridge and Atlas Earth. Now with Bridge, I make sure it is the highest priority for me to finish the 50 ads by the end of the day, because I'm in the I'm in the Earn Plus program. So the Earn Plus program, being $52 a month, that it comes out to $4.33 per month. So like, as long as I finish 5 days worth, I can get my money's worth with Bridge. So 5 days worth of ads. I have now completed 16 days worth of ads as of the time of this recording. So that puts me at a total of $16.52 made for this one. This is after the $4.33 cost. So I have actually gotten almost $21 this month in Bridge. Pretty much on par with what I normally do, maybe a little bit less than what I normally do on Bridge, because I think I usually do about $45 to $50 a month on Bridge, just in general. I do not count a lot of the spending transactions when I did the Beer Money portfolio month-end reviews. So $45 to $50 is about typical for an Earn Plus member who doesn't really focus on any of the surveys or games on Bridge. And as I mentioned, the surveys and games don't really pay very well anyways, at least in comparison to apps like Free Cash, and it's not semi-passive. So I'm not going to be doing any of them, and if I did, I wouldn't be counting them here. Also, I'm not counting any referrals as well. I can tell you right now, it's probably more than $45, $50 a month if I add on the referrals, but I get $3 per referral, and that will not be counting towards this because, again, the restriction I'm trying to put in is semi-passive income, what you can make with semi-passive income. Anyway, down to Atlas Earth here, the next one. Pretty much steady. I went ahead and I calculated each of these days, the first 14 days, according to what I saw on the Atlas Earth calculator when I have the number of parcels that I have with the parcels that I do. And I do keep a 24/7, and I do deduct some, like proportionally every hour that I don't boost because I, go to sleep or something. I sleep 9 hours sometimes. I do kind of deduct that, and that's where you get some of these deductions. I think there's one of them, this one right here. On the 7th, I got up pretty late, and because of that, I actually missed out on about 1 hour of boosting. Actually, it was closer to like half an hour. Now on the 17th, today I actually got up. I missed out on about 20 minutes of boosting, so that 1/3 hour is going to be deducted from the final total for today. Just full disclosure. And finally, the 15th and 16th, the reason why there are these big numbers is because of the super rent boost. Now, to calculate how I make the money per day on a super rent boost, I calculate my daily boosted amount, so whatever that is, and then I multiply that by 2/3, since that makes up 2/3 of the day. The remaining third of the day involves the 32-hour super rent boost. 8 of those hours is a quarter of the super rent boost. So for the first day, I will calculate 1/4 of my super rent boost plus 2/3 of my usual boosted day. So that came out to, at the day, $8.24. And then on the second day, it's 3/4 of your super rent boost, which for me is $22.30. There is one more super rent boost event coming up on the 29th and 30th. That's going to be a nice little boost here, and that's probably going to get me another $31, $32. And that's not counting what I'm making on Bridge, and I'm going to get back on Benjamin as well. Now, going back to the walking apps here, a lot of the walking apps, again, it really depends on if I can remember to use the phone swing, and if I don't, if I can walk enough. And even if I did, just remembering to collect my coins. There were a couple days here with WeWard and with Walk Task that I just completely forgot to get my coins, and there were a couple days where I just didn't feel like doing that stuff because, again, way too busy with stuff. This is meant to be something where I don't let it interrupt my life. I do have a very busy life, as y'all know. I work as a software engineer, 9 to 5, and then 5 to 9, my 5 to 9 p.m. job is Beer Money Engine. So that's why you see a lot of stuff like some of these might go by the wayside. That's why Benjamin, I have barely been working on any ads. Now let's go to the cashback. And with cashback, I had eliminated swag bucks from this list here. And the main reason for that is because I required to show a receipt scan in order to get my money. It is not automatic like it is with Pogo or Upside or Benjamin or Bridge. All right, those are all automatic or simply involving using the app. So Upsides is automatic for most cases. I think for smaller businesses, though, not so much. And as I mentioned, if I go to a smaller business and I get cash back by scanning my receipt from that smaller business, I'm not going to count it towards this. But I did have one trip to Popeyes and one gas trip so far, and that equaled $2.86. And then with my credit cards, so I got a weird one here that was a leftover from last month from my Sam's Club credit card. I don't know if I'm going to get another one this month or not. And then the other one that I got is from my Citi Double Cash card as well, getting about $16 from that. I think I can pretty much zero out the rest of this right down here. So with that, I am out of the negatives as of the 5th. Well, no, it was actually as of the 16th. No, it was as of the 15th. Yeah, because that's less than this. So actually, it's as of the 15th, and I currently am making $28.60 for this month. That's not going to get us very much, but again, for this outing, we will probably have a lot more, especially with the super rent boost. I expect the super rent boost to be a big deal. I'm still going to be making about $1 a day from Bridge. I am making a bit more on GeoSmile. Now, GeoSmile is an odd one because I just downloaded this app, and there's a lot of upgrades I could do to better my quality on the app, basically, and able to get more out of it. But the problem is, like, for example, the 3x boost that they do costs about 40 cents, and I feel like at the current rate that I'm going, I'm barely going to make the $5 I need in order to cash out. And if I cannot cash out, I'm not going to count it. So I might be focusing more on the $5 for now, and then maybe on the off months, I'll probably, we're going to do the semi-passive challenge again. It might not be the theme for the next challenge, but eventually I'm going to be doing this again because this one was a lot of fun, and it was a lot more relaxing for me to do something like this. So yeah, when I do this again with GeoSmile, I should have all of the upgrades that they offer, and I should be able to make money pretty easily on it at that point. You know, the 40 cents a month I got to do to get my 3x boost automatic, and the I think you have to upgrade their upgrade these VATs as well that you probably saw. You start with 3, and they give you 1 more during the tutorial missions. There's tutorial missions there. You can also buy 6 more at $2 a piece. And $2, that is in-game gems, basically. 20,000 gems. So once I have all that taken care of, then I can see how far I can go with GeoSmile. But that's pretty much it, everybody. That's my progress. We'll talk more at the end of the month and see where I'm at, and then probably do that little outing as well. All right. So I haven't completely decided what I wanted to do for this outing yet. It's going to be my first major, like, you know, actually go outside video since I went to the ballpark in February of last year that I had done that. And I'm a little bit nervous about this one because I'm not quite sure how people are going to respond. But we'll see. You know, this is what it's about. This is an experiment. And as I mentioned, this is about trying to promote healthier habits with Beer Money apps and not just, you know, sticking around, spending 90 hours of gameplay just to get a couple $100. So we'll see where we're at the end of the month. That is the video. If you want to see that video, now I'm going to do it no matter what for Patreon insiders, but if you want to see that video here on YouTube, I want 100 likes. All right, let's do 100 likes. I have not had 100 likes in a long time, so 100 likes, I'll do it again. And with that, everyone, so like this video, comment on how you're doing so far in the month of May. If you think I should add another app here, just kind of a last-minute thing that might be interesting and semi-passive and I can cash out within the next 2 weeks, I'm also open to suggestions. And subscribe to Beer Money Engine. We're on the road to 10K subscribers. And don't mind my impromptu-ness. This is kind of a ranty kind of video, but not really ranty. Just want to put something here so that y'all can see, yes, I remembered the 75 likes promise there. So there you go. I delivered. The following Wednesday, this Wednesday is going to be the top 5 video. And I'm going to have a Beer Money review on Upside the following Saturday. So next Saturday. All right, everyone? And thank you very much to all my Patreon insiders. Anman1, Board Game Sports Network, Josh42, Ashley Stanfield, Kristen O'Neill, Daniel Bell, Sogwolf, Disturbed Doge, and SSC Kelly. If you want a shout out, go check out patreon.com/Beer Money Network and see how you can sign up as a Beer Money subscriber or a Beer Money insider. I'm Pharaoh Silver signing out. I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.